y'all, what's good? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So as always, you guys, we're just going to jump right into it. Got a couple of topics that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. We are going to start out with what's going on with Social Security. Now, you guys let me know in the comment section if you've heard anything different. Just like news channels, they all have different sources. They all get different information. They don't always have the same information. So if you guys have heard anything differently than what I'm about to tell you, then just let me know, okay? So what's going on with Social Security? It says after several years of increasing cost of living, seniors are likely to get a significant raise in their Social Security benefit, but it won't happen until 2022. So there was a letter that's going around. It's called the Kiplinger letter. And it's forecasting that the annual cost of living adjustment for Social Security benefits for 2022 will be at least 4%, the biggest jump since 2008, which at that point I think it rose 5.8%. Now I know for a lot of you guys it doesn't really mean a whole lot, especially when you were promised you were going to get that $200 monthly boost. We haven't seen anything about that as of lately, or at least I haven't seen anything. So if you have heard something differently, then just leave it in the comment section below. You know what I mean? It's always great to share information with other people, especially if they can benefit from it. But it says, meanwhile, the Senior Citizens League and Advocacy Group projects the annual cost of living adjustments for 2022 will be 4.7. So basically between 4% and 4.7%, although it notes that the inflation rate has been volatile and could change before the final adjustment in October. So even though they're giving you this, I guess you can say, predetermined estimate of how much they think the benefits will rise in next year, they're saying that the final numbers won't come in until October. Okay, so you're just going to have to wait. I don't want you guys to get your hopes up. I do hope that they do something soon because, you know, even though I'm not living per se on a fixed income, I'm still living on a fixed income, okay? A fixed income that I've given myself. So with that being said, I know that it's really, really difficult to live on a fixed income. You know, there's the positive of having some type of income like this is that it's consistent. You get it from month to month unless something, you know, knock on wood, happens and they're unable to distribute the payments. But for the most part, you get a pretty consistent payout every month or every week, or how often they pay you, because I'm not really sure. But with the cost of living increasing, yeah, I definitely hope that they do something. I kind of wish that they would have did something before 2021, but you know the government is just really, really slow at increasing or updating anything, okay? It goes on to talk about how gasoline prices have been rising. I know a couple of you guys left in the comment section down below that gas is really, really high in your states. I was reading an article actually just not too long ago that came across my screen saying that in certain parts of California, gas is as high as $6. Okay, now I generally don't check the gas stations unless it's time for me to fill up. You know what I mean? There's a gas station that's literally right around the corner from my house. And it's been pretty consistent with good prices. But like I said, I filled up there, what was the day before yesterday? And it cost me $50 on I think I had a quarter of a tank left. And it cost me $50 to fill up using the highest grade, of course. So I'm hoping it doesn't get that high. I don't think that I've ever noticed gas being $6, but I mean, I can't imagine where that would be. I hope I don't run into any of those places where gas is that much to fill up my tank. Because like I said, I do have a truck. But anyways, let me jump back on. So we're going to be talking about vouchers, housing vouchers. Remember, you guys, we were talking about this not too long ago, and I was saying that they need to do something about housing. So this came out yesterday. I still think more can be done, but it says the Biden administration is preparing to release a $5 billion in new housing vouchers approved in the last stimulus relief bill. Okay, it says the goal is to help 70,000 low-income families at the risk of homelessness due to the pandemic. But even in the best times, it can be hard to use such vouchers, okay, which allow recipients to pay 1/3 of their income on rent, with the government covering the rest. Many landlords don't want to accept these vouchers, and some families have to wait years to get one. I've told you guys about that. I actually have a relative who has a Section 8 voucher, and she literally, this was a week ago, she told me this. She had been going through this, but what happened was she had found a place. She got a voucher for a certain amount of bedrooms. She went and found a place, found a landlord that will accept the voucher for her her place. She was supposed to get an inspection. I think they came out and inspected the place, but then they determined that the amount that the landlord was asking for wasn't what they were willing to pay, or they felt like how do I say it? The amount that the landlord was asking for was too much for the space. Okay, they estimated that the property was, or the unit was worth less than what the landlord was asking for, if that makes sense. So with that being said, the landlord said, okay, well then I'll just take the amount of the voucher. Now, the funny thing to me with this is that the voucher was more than what actually the landlord was asking for. But the person who came out, or whoever the determining factor is in that situation, didn't even want to give the voucher. She was like, the landlord was like, I'll accept whatever the voucher is, and they didn't want to do that. So it put my relative in a really, really, really bad situation, where she ended up having to go and find another place and then get that inspected, and then the people didn't show up for the inspection. And so, as you can imagine, she's been staying in hotels because she had already moved out of her other place. So it's been really, 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 really bad. So they really need to get this together, because that's not fair. And then you don't get reimbursed for the money that you spend because they're taking their time and they're just not showing up for their appointments. Okay. And there's pretty much another story in here that's similar to that. So although they're aware of it, they're saying that that's not unusual. By sometimes estimates of 30% of the families nationally can't use their government vouchers because they encounter one hurdle or another. Okay, Sarah O'Donnell, Deputy Executive Director with the Sacramento Housing and Redevelopment Agency, wouldn't comment on the story that's actually in this article, which the person had a situation that's similar to the one that I just told you. They didn't say anything about it. She says that some landlords want to charge more than what the government thinks that particular unit is worth after checking it out. It's basically like when you buy a house and you've got to do an appraisal to see what the value is. Okay, so that's what they're trying to say. They go out there and they somewhat appraise the place. If the landlord is asking for $2,000 and they look at it and say, hey, you know what, this place is only worth $1,500. You know, most landlords are not going to come down that amount of money anywhere. We're in the middle of a pandemic. It's definitely going to be harder. Landlords have to pay their mortgage or whatever it is that they got to take care of financially too. So I do think that they should work on that. It says finding enough affordable units and landlords willing to participate in the program have been among the many challenges housing authorities have faced. Like other cities, Sacramento began to offer incentive this past year, such as a one-time $2,500 bonus to encourage new landlords to sign up. So they're trying to get landlords and properties back on the voucher list so that they can house people, but it's just not working out. Like I said, there's a lot of people that don't want to use, a lot of landlords that just do not want to use these particular vouchers. She also says that there's a lot of stigma associated with the voucher program, previously known as Section 8. Some people believe that the voucher holders are not as responsible as other tenants, even though the government guarantees the rent. That could be true, but the fact of the matter is that the new vouchers are specifically aimed at those who are either homeless or at risk of homelessness or fleeing domestic violence. These recipients will likely need additional services to stay housed. Okay, so they're getting ready to release a lot of funding for some housing for people who have an immediate need. That doesn't really do much good for people who have been waiting on the list. Like myself, I've been waiting on the list, like I said, since I've had my second daughter, and she is getting ready to be 13 years old. So I've been waiting on the list for 12 years, and I have not heard anything back, right? Moving on, there was a meeting, a small meeting. You guys know that what they're calling the Big Four, which is McCarthy, Pelosi, Schumer, and McConnell, were supposed to have gotten together to discuss bipartisan infrastructure plan. It says after the meeting, Pelosi told reporters a bill will absolutely be ready by July 4th. I don't believe anything that she says. Sometimes it's valid, sometimes it's not. She's given us dates before, and they have some of them. She was able to keep her word on, and some of them she wasn't. So Republicans are not so optimistic and are unwilling to compromise on tax hikes to fund the plan. President Joe Biden remains committed to his goal of getting bipartisan support for his $4 trillion infrastructure proposal. And yesterday, it says that they had a meeting, and those efforts continued in a meeting with Congress' four most powerful leaders, which is the ones that I just told you about. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, McCarthy, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Okay, so it says that they joined the president in the Oval Office to discuss a potential compromise on Biden's infrastructure plan. Upon conclusion of the 90-minute meeting, Pelosi said in a press conference that she could absolutely see a bill being brought to the floor by July 4th. Okay, she says the president has a vision. The Congress will work its will. In any event, I felt optimistic about our ability to pass such a bill and more optimistic now about being able to do so in a bipartisan way. So they're going to work really, really hard. I believe that they're going to work really, really hard to try to come together and pass some type of plan by their expected deadline, which is now July 4th. However, we already know that there's been a lot of pushback from the Senate Republicans. So if things don't go the way they want it to, 9 times out of 10, they are going to be using the budget reconciliation process to pass this. We know that the Republicans have introduced a $568 billion counter proposal last month. And then recently, old stingy Mitch said that they will be willing to go up to $800 billion in funding. I don't know how far they're going to get with that, but like I said, if Republicans won't get on board, then they will likely go the route of the budget reconciliation, which they used to pass this previous 1.9 trillion stimulus bill, okay, without any Republican votes. But Biden so far remains committed to working with his Republicans on his infrastructure plan. So they're going to see. You guys know I'm going to keep you updated on that. You guys let me know what you think. I mean, I don't know. It's like, I'm the type of person, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, even when I can see all red flags, you know what I'm saying? You heard that old saying, if you walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it is a duck. This is one of those situations. This is how I feel about the government. You know what I'm saying? They quack a whole lot, talk a whole lot about what they're going to do, what they're going to distribute, but then in the end, things get changed, they negotiate, you know what I mean? And it's not based off of us and what we need. They're negotiating based off of what they see and what they need, if that makes any sense. Because I don't see why these negotiations would last so long. If you're truly doing things for the sake of the world, for the United States of America, you're truly doing things for the sake of the people, then it really shouldn't take that long. There are facts, and then there are opinions, and then there's what everybody wants to put in so that they can get noticed, and somewhere down the line, we fall through the cracks, right? So I don't know. We're just going to have to, I guess, wait and see. As far as unemployment, now we are up to 11 states that are ending unemployment benefits early. It says that gig workers, which basically means independent contractors, Uber drivers, hairstylists, barbers, nail people, whoever doesn't have a regular W-2 job, are expected to still be able to claim the benefits, provided that your state doesn't end the federally boosted benefits, okay? So we've got at least 11 states opting out. That includes Alabama, Arkansas, Idaho, Iowa, Missouri, Mississippi, Montana, North Carolina. No, I'm sorry, not North Carolina, North Dakota, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Wyoming. That's what it says here. 11 states. Now, it doesn't give the information as to when. Let me see. It says that some Republican-led states are trying to cut off benefits as early as June 12th. It doesn't show me the exact date for when the other states are going to be ending those benefits, but I would just say most likely early June, between early June and the end of June for those states, they are going to be ending those benefits. I know it really, 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 really sucks because there's a lot of people who really, really are relying on those benefits and was kind of hoping to get those benefits until September, and now they won't be able to. But on another note, so we've got more states that have been approved for emergency SNAP Max benefits for the month of May. So you guys know I had to write all of that stuff down and get it out to you guys today so that you can be in the know and be aware. So let's run through that really quickly. For emergency max SNAP benefits, I hear you guys asking me about pandemic EBT. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Like I said, I will get it done this week. I just don't know when. I got 3 days left, so just bear with me, but I will get it done this week, okay? So for the emergency max SNAP benefits for the month of May, we have Alabama, May 29th, Arizona, May 1st through the 4th, based off of the last names, the first letter and the last names, and in the rest, everybody will get it on their regular issuance dates. Arkansas, May 15th, 20th, 25th. California, June 13th. May 9th, Colorado, May 9th through the 19th. Connecticut, May 13th, and all Fridays until May applications are complete. Delaware, May 6th. DC, regular issuance. Florida, May 8th, and then staggered for households who are scheduled to receive their benefits after the 7th. Georgia, May 24th, 26th, 28th, and 30th. Hawaii, June 14th. Illinois, May 22nd through the 30th, and then in June, starting June 7th, okay? Iowa, May 1st through the 10th. Kentucky, May 2nd through the 19th, based off of your last number of your Social Security number. New apps will be provided these benefits the day after approval. Louisiana, May 7th, 14th, 21st, 28th, and June 4th. Maine, May 7th. Maryland, all month. Massachusetts, June 2nd. Michigan, May 15th through the 25th, and then a catch-up the first week in June. Mississippi, you should have gotten it May 2nd. Missouri, all month long. Montana, last number of your EBT card. So, listen, Montana, last number of your EBT card. So, if your EBT card begins with 0 or 1, it will be May 4th. 2 or 3, it will be May 5th. 4 or 5, it will be May 6th. 6th and 7th, it will be May 7th. And then 8th and 9th, it will be May 8th. Okay. New Hampshire, May 6th and the 25th. New Jersey, May 1st through 5th, normal issuance days. New Mexico, all month long. New York City, May 17th through the 21st, and then May 24th through the 28th, with benefits available the next day. So, if I'm not mistaken, if you're getting your benefits if it's deposited the 17th, then they will be available on the 18th, okay? Benefits available the next day. Rest of New York State will be May 11th through the 15th, and then May 18th through the 22nd. North Carolina, May 22nd through the 31st. Ohio, May 27th. Oklahoma, May 10th through the 15th. Oregon, May 10th, 27th, and then June 6th. Pennsylvania, you have May 15th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, and then July 9th. Again, so for Pennsylvania, you got quite a few days that they're going to be distributing those emergency SNAP Max benefits for the month of May. So for Pennsylvania, again, May 15th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and then June 9th. Rhode Island, May 3rd. South Carolina, May 1st through the 19th, and the new applications will be distributed all month long. Texas, May 3rd through the 7th. Utah, May 30th. Vermont, June 11th. Virginia, May 16th. Washington, regular issuance dates. Wisconsin, May 22nd and July 10th. Wyoming, the first letter of your last name, which should have been distributed between May 2nd and 5th. Guam, May 21st, and then South Dakota, June 24th and June 30th. All right, you guys, so as always, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you. At the very least, just smash that like button, let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing. Remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video, which actually might be a road trip because I'm supposed to be going somewhere tomorrow, so I may bring you guys along. But anyways, like I said, remember to live, love, and elevate, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.